Now, I will take you back to last week when we were in Clearwater and we talked to Larry Anderson. And he said something that I think we all found shocking. He may have even shocked himself when he said it. Here's what he said.
I said it today. I said, this is the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, these guys have been so close. They're itching. And then I think understanding, like, when they get down to that last month or last 2 weeks of the season and go in the playoffs, it's like relaxing and just go about their business. Just professional, business-like.
So, Larry Anderson says he thinks this is the year that it all comes together for the Phillies. So I basically look at this Phillies era as there's really three ways this era can go. The one way is what Larry Anderson just said. They build and build and build. That they get knocked down, they keep getting back up, and they're one of these teams that keeps taking shots until they finally win a world championship. The middle way is that they never get over the hump. They never completely fall apart or anything. It just sort of fades away. It ends up being a very talented era that we look back on it as a team that just never got the job done. Maybe we look at them that they weren't quite as good as the Eagles of your era, but we look at it as the same way. A great era of Phillies baseball, but they never got it done. Or the third way it could go is everybody gets old at once, and this just sort of falls apart, and they end up in some sort of rebuild. So I'm looking at this and really asking the question, 215-592-9494, do you believe that this is the year or could be the year for the Phillies where it all comes together? And I have, after being mad about the offseason, and it started last week, really when I just started saying out loud what they have. We've talked about the talent. They have a ton of talent in their starting pitching staff, a ton of talent in their bullpen, and a ton of talent in the lineup. Even though we don't think the lineup is perfect, there's still plenty of talent in there. And then I started saying to myself, well, this could be Zach Wheeler's last year pitching in Major League Baseball if there's not a 2027. We have Bryce Harper, who looks like, even though he says what Dave Dombrowski said is not a motivating factor for him, it feels like he is motivated by it. So we could have a Bryce Harper sort of FU year out of him this year. We have Alec Boehm in a contract year, and we have Jesus Luzardo in a contract year. We have, if Zach Wheeler doesn't get hurt, we probably have two of the top three Cy Young vote getters in the National League last year, and we have one of the best closers in baseball. I am starting to believe that this could be the year where it just comes together. And I think part of it too, and the reason I believe it is, everybody has stopped believing. And I wonder if the fact that everyone else has stopped sort of saying they're waiting for them to win the World Series gives them a little breathing room to just go in and do it. So I think yes. Like, I'm not going to predict it that it is, but I certainly think I am absolutely open to the idea that it could be. And Larry Anderson saying it, somebody who is around the team a lot and is not naturally very optimistic, sort of put me there as well. Ike, do you believe that this could be the year for the Phillies?
I'm not there yet, and I'm okay with saying that because I've had the same sort of expectation for the Phillies the entire time. I was more than happy to run it back, bring Schwarber back. They won 96 games last year. I didn't think you needed a whole makeover of the roster anyway, but everybody wanted changes, and I think that has put a damper on some people's spirits about the team, but not for me. It just hasn't, and I'm okay with going through the season enjoying this team without having the weight of the expectation of, you know what, it doesn't matter till they get to October. I'm not even thinking that way. I'm not even thinking that way. I can enjoy this season without expectations of a World Series. Now, if it happens, great. I'll be there, pom-poms, rooting and cheering for them. I'm not rooting against them. I'm not rooting to be right that they aren't going to win it. I'm just not at that level of belief with the team yet. And, part of it is that they've had good teams in years past. That's never been the issue. They've always been talented enough.
You could make the argument that the team has been better every year of this run,
Yes,
certainly in the regular season.
They've been good every year. They've had talent every year. You still have to do it. I know I just said I'm not doing the whole wait until October, but it's hard to sort of project what this team is going to do with full confidence without taking the past into consideration. Mm-hmm. All right, they won the second most games in baseball last year. we still lost without winning a series. Like, and I know it's baseball, right? I know it's baseball. So I get that. I wasn't even mad at last year as much as I was the year before. This year, I think watching these young guys develop, seeing what Painter's going to be, seeing what Crawford's going to be, I'm excited about the Bohm contract year because whether he's here in the future or not, I think he's going to have a big year and he's going to set himself up somewhere else. And then the Harper year, I'm expecting that just because, and put the Dave Dombrowski thing to the side for me. Last year wasn't a good year by Bryce Harper standards.
Right.
So he's motivated to be better than that last year anyway. I wouldn't be surprised that you think Bryce Harper doesn't want to be a part of the All-Star game that's in his city? That was always going to be a motivation for him to play well this year. He's going to be the host of the city. He wants to be a part of that game. All that's going to be great to watch. But in the end, as much as I try to avoid the wait to October thing, it's there. As much as I try to avoid it, I'm not going to let it hang over the season where I don't enjoy the season. But if you're asking me about the World Series, and I have to say, they got to hit in October again. They got to get back to doing that 22, 23 leading up to the NLCS.
Yep.
They got to do that again. Somebody's got to be special again in the postseason. We haven't had a special player offensively for 2 straight postseasons.
Well, and Jack, before we get your opinion on the year, the other thing that I think is important for them, and this is what showed its face in the Dodgers series, I think more than the bats being alive, is they were a bad fundamental baseball team. They have been a bad fundamental baseball team. And the Dodgers, as talented as they are, do a lot of the right things. It's not, Teoscar Hernandez, maybe not. But overall, that is a team that plays good fundamental baseball. And the Phillies did not play good fundamental baseball in that series. If Trey Turner throws the ball to the right side of the plate, if they pull off that bunt better than there are a lot of little things.
Well, here's the thing to add to that, Spike.
Yeah.
And it doesn't become more prominent until you get to the postseason.
Yes.
Rob Thomson has gotten outmanaged in the postseason. I understand you make a decision, it doesn't work, you're going to get criticized for it. Sorry, that's the nature of the beast, right? So when the Dodgers are making the right moves and doing the right things to get a runner across or move a runner up to second base or sacrifice, we're doing things like bunting when we shouldn't be bunting.
Right.
Right? Like we're not making the move that gives us the advantage there. Like sometimes when you're playing against a quality opponent like that, the small things is what gets you through the series.
Also, when it's a best of 5.
Right. It's a short series.
When one fundamental error can cost you a whole game, in the regular season, it's a game. In the postseason, it's a series.
Yes.
Jack,
He's itching to get in.
Yeah,
over there.
Where are you,
Jump
buddy?
in there, big dog.
Where are you, buddy?
I'm still more in gotta see it to believe it kind of mode. I think I've moved from, I don't feel like this is going to be a disaster 2012 season. I think they're going to be.
No, hell no.
I think they'll be really good again. Yeah. I think I moved my win total to 93. I was at about 89, 90. I think they're going to be really good. I still got to see it to believe it. I love the thought process where everyone is. I think they're going to be awesome in some aspects. I think Sanchez, like last year, Luzardo, step forward, Wheeler, fine, and it's all good.
Yep.
Still got to see it. Still got to see it.
All right.
And they've been good. Like Wheeler gave you 2 Cy Young seasons. Could have easily won the Cy Young award in 23 and 24.
And 25 if he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy. But Sanchez could have easily won it last year. He could have won it last year. So, we've gotten that good pitching. Man. And now we got the closer.
Yes.
So, yeah. It's a lot there to be excited about.
It really is. Are you
There's a lot there to be excited about.
You sure it's not the year?
You just got to
it's not the year?
Give me a little time. Give me a little time.
Okay.
Give us a month.
Yeah, you know I'll get there.
Yes.
I just need a little time. I need a little more time.
The 1 month of the bats. Just do it.
Yeah.
Man up.
215-592-9494. 3-question Thursday. LA says he thinks it's the year. Are you open to this year being the year? Do you believe it could be?